This episode is brought to you by Nomad Studios.
Quite like ukankanandram, okay. Let's say when you just have the money. So as I'm talking, I'm calling my bitch to come. I'm a real fan of the Poos.
The only album that I'm forced to listen to there and then Kachoka ni Kanye.
Ini kuchaba mimozi ni ngaveche same day or
Remember?
Bramo. Brimes aka bro.
Free Brimes.
Achoka. Swear I want to work with that man so bad.
For real?
Yeah.
He'll beat you up in
depression.
No, he'll beat you up in rope.
Yep. Doesn't he have like a manager or something?
I don't think so. I mean, he probably does, but that wouldn't stop him from beating you.
They will team up with the manager.
But there was a few videos I saw of him on the internet though, like where he was doing some freestyles in a bar, and they were hard.
Were they like hard or maybe like Brahman standard like?
It's Brimes, bro. You know what I mean.
Brimes is a hero, bro.
Last.
Drake has Canada has Drake, Zambia has Brimes, Toronto has Drake, Lusaka has Brimes.
Last. Brimes indeed.
Yeah, let's go. I got dreams, baby. Want a couple rose boat on my city, baby. Contemplating, I've been scheming a lot lately. I've been flying, I'm living in space, baby. I need some space, baby. I got dreams, baby. Want a couple rose boat on my city, baby. Contemplating, I've been scheming a lot lately. I've been flying, I'm living in space, baby. I need some space, baby. Blowing smoke for every tear I have. It's where you see me shed a tear, that's just how I ride. Barely sip, but always taking medication. Sipping slow, it helps with the meditation. Explicit stunts, that's why the location private. Came from hell, but destined for heaven desire. Explains why I live a trail, hit and blaze.
Welcome to another episode of On Ice Podcast with yours truly, Meta and Fuego. So this is episode 9, and today we have a guest joining us, Mr. Nomad, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's like you guys really need a kachia button. Kachia my crowd noises. Kachia, pleasure to be here. What's good?
Yeah. For those that don't know, this is Nomad of Nomad Studios. This episode was brought to you by Nomad Studios.
You are provider.
This is the man behind the production of On Ice. That's the word. Slipped my mind for a second, but I caught it. So how you doing, bro?
I'm well, man. I'm alright. How are you?
Steady. Fuego.
I'm alright. God's on my side.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Yeah. So, if you're not familiar, if you're late to the party, if this is the first time you listening to this episode, in fact, to an episode of On Ice Podcast, this is going to be a monthly roundup. So this is why we take a recap of the events that happened during a month, and this is going to be what September monthly roundup.
Yes, sir.
This one's been cheap.
Yeah.
How does this month start with? The Queen,
Sir.
So
This one I fed up.
See, that's not like 2 weeks ago. And the wound is still fresh, so I chip is sour now.
Prince Charles, when I chip is.
How old was she?
90.
96, 98.
96,
I don't know.
97. I don't know.
Yeah, 96. So yeah, a lot of people say she had a good run. I mean, I don't know anything about that. Because, hey, and feel like there were certain people that wanted everybody to grieve in the same way, and it shouldn't be the case because
we grieve different.
And not everybody should be forced to grieve. You know what I mean?
For other people, it
was, I wouldn't say a celebration, but it was a, so what?
I'd say it was for me, it was a celebration.
You felt nice at the Queen.
I was doing backflips.
Damn.
Oh, what? You think about the moral compass? You think this is a part where like, I'm joking, this is a bad joke. Nah, bruh, I didn't feel bad at all.
I have to say though, the memes were outrageous.
This is why this is the memes.
This is the part where they. No, this is the part where they don't give, where they fail to give you your visa when going to.
Yeah. If we ever gets cancelled in the future because of this cancel culture, it will probably be because of this episode. After you do so well in 9 remember, Fred was talking shit about the Queen. I'm not taking that back, but like, bro,
but yeah, the memes.
That's tough.
The memes were mad. It's like people were just sitting with memes in their phones.
It's like, just waiting
for her to find that bucket
and just
kick it. Let me play you some.
Now, I want you to tell me where you think the Queen is. That one. Gotcha. It was a trick question. She's 6 feet under the ground.
Why?
This is going to be problematic if we keep on. It's just reminded me of other memes as well. There's so many memes. You saw the people at CBU and at Unza. They were crying. Do you know crying? They were crying.
Tears.
They were crying at the Queen's picked. But it was also a teachable moment as well. You saw those. Were they from Zambia? Maybe they're from Africa, I don't know. But you saw those African leaders that went to the funeral.
Yeah, the African leaders.
Shame on them. You saw how they were treated.
Yeah, they were put in a bus.
In a bus.
No.
Like a fucking bus.
And you know the thing.
A flash, probably.
And you know the thing is, the bus didn't even have a driver, so they had to choose a driver among themselves.
So one of the presidents was pushing.
Of course, the president was. I'm telling you, the president was pushing that shit.
You in your country, you don't even drive yourself. You want some white lady and they do.
And they had to drive a bus of your fellow leaders.
Shame.
Yeah.
But that was an L. That was a big L.
That was a big L.
Did Double H go there?
Yeah, no, he didn't.
You sure?
Yeah, he was in the US while he was. You know who he did send? A minister who was also on the bus.
But at least it's better. The college didn't take the L. It's like he sensed it. He was like, sad. Let me send the delegate.
Okay, you want to go and do what there?
But he was at the UN giving a speech.
Yeah.
Very wonderful speech he gave, that one.
Yeah.
He's got this way of, who can I compare him to without pissing people off? He reminds me of Ghana. Yeah. Because he's always pushing P.
That's hard. That's hard. You came up with that right now.
Just right now, off the dome.
That's hard.
But I've forgotten. I don't know. He sounds like a what do you call those? Revolutionarist? You go, Lucio, Like when he's talking, there's just you're always paying attention, you know. He's always giving you one of those. He says something, you're like, this nigga spit.
We're talking the Luthers, the X's.
Exactly. He's got that demeanor. So that was a good speech. But got a bit zesty as well, because when they were at the UN, blah blah blah, who's this man? Moneybag Joe.
Joe Biden.
Yeah. JB as well.
Moneybag Joe.
He was talking about.
We should cancel the US visa off.
So these are countries that I'm sure won't allow me. US, UK as well. Everywhere in the UK. But I'm sure the Canadians are like, hey, shout out to those guys who listen to us from Canada. Hey. But what was I saying? Yeah. Moneybag Joe gave a speech. He was talking about how all members of the UN should protect members of the LGBT community. Yeah. So it got mixed reviews from like people in Zambia, because we're part of UN, but we're not part of that life. Yeah. So that's the question. Before this dude asked me this question the other day: are you homophobic?
Oh, you're asking me now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were reliving the moment that you're about to tell me your answer. I wouldn't think of myself as homophobic.
Yeah.
But I just don't want you to be gay around me. I don't know if that's the same thing. I mean, I don't have a problem with you being gay, but just not.
What about you, Mr. Norman?
Just so
no, it shouldn't involve me.
Okay. To be honest, I do not think I'm homophobic. Like,
are you gay? Are you a homo?
No.
Then who is gay? Why are you gay?
Put that nigga on blast. But yeah, I don't have a problem.
Hold up. Is that Chisenga?
It is.
Come to
join us mid-episode again. It's Chisenga.
See, this one you need that button, bro. Alright, but yeah, I don't have a problem with them. I'm also not gay. Yeah.
Thank you for the clarity.
It doesn't.
But at the end of the day, if we're being honest, like homosexuality is jade, but people like what they like, and no matter of hate can change a person's decision. So just do you at your safe distance. That is, just don't bring that shit anywhere along these streets. You know what I mean?
It's like we said last time. Just do you, but it better not be me.
Exactly.
Just do you. Why are you trying to do me?
Hey, what's your problem?
What's your problem?
Same applies to these niggas who are sodomizing.
Yeah, man.
Why can't you do each other? Because there are stories of there are two people doing one. Why can't you just do each other? Why are you doing?
Yeah, the two of you already. You're looking for another one.
Sorry.
I mean, all these. They should get all these guys that are sodomizing, put them together so they sodomize each other.
No, we're not going to use this platform.
Do not promote.
We're not promoting that.
Oh, my bad. Scratch it. No to sodomy.
That's a recipe for disaster.
I swear.
Imagine Korea guys onzo
The one who smashed someone to death.
when somebody was smashed to death.
Yeah, their intestines out.
That being said, yes, that being said, just a quick read through what we're talking about. So it says here, man sodomized to death in Soweto Market. So it says a man between the ages of 20 to 30 has been discovered dead at Soweto Market after being savagely sodomized multiple times, leaving his intestines protruding.
Just stop there.
Yeah, let's stop here. We don't want to become visual with it. Yeah.
And there was some more stories. There was that one for those kids at that Muslim school.
The ones that were touched.
The ones that were touched to attach the story in. Yeah, you read them at your own time. Yeah, you do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, back to it again. First of all, being gay in our country is a crime. But if you're ever gay, and I do believe there's a whole community there's a
Underground.
That's underground. They've been playing it safe over the past few years. They've been playing it safe. They're not getting in trouble. People know that they're gay people in our country, but they just watch you sometimes. Okay, maybe they'll harass you. Yes, we get it, but they just play it safe. So I don't know where this excitement is coming from, because even you heard of those niggas who go to clubs, who go to clubs, right? Dressed up as girls, dressed up. How can I say it? There are enough stories, bro. This dude was telling me this story that he went to the club. He was at the counter. He was chilling for his friends, right? Like, let me say, I make an arrangement with Meta. Like, let's go to the club, so. But I reach there before Meta. But now, when I get there, I find other niggas now. So I start drinking with them. Then now, when I get drunk, they're like, oh no, let's go outside. Like, yo, let's go outside to do what? Like, I don't just go outside. But these niggas been buying me drinks the whole night. So I'm like, fine, let's see what this is about. He goes outside, then he takes him in an alley, then he's like, yo, let's go do our business behind that. Mm-hmm. Now this dude's like, no, I don't swing that way. Then now this dude starts demanding back, like, yo, if you're not serving me, then give me back my money. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Damn.
And then also those dudes who go.
Wait, that happened to the guy you knew?
Yeah, the guy I knew. I won't mention his name.
Eish.
Catching, I know.
That's very unfortunate.
That's very
It happened to him,
boy.
but he never. What? He never let him tap. So he was like, no, he just ran away.
Or so he said.
That's the side of the story. But also, I'm sure you've also heard of stories of girls at the club, right? Like, wow, like this club, I won't say their names, no, but these very famous clubs that are near Unza. That one, that sounds like Mekako.
Wow.
That's the name of the club, actually. That's the name of the club. It doesn't sound like it is the name of the club.
Mekako.
Wink, wink. So, yeah, the story is that on certain days, if you go there, you can be drinking. There's also a club near that place. There's also another club that sounds like a name of a city, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also that club, especially that club, and also grandmothers. Yeah, that if there are certain times when you go there, you'll be drinking, you'll be chilling, and you think like it's a girl, right? You're drinking with a girl, you'll be chilling. But turns out this is a cross-dresser. This is a dude who's been getting free drinks from you. He's been doing that so that you should get drinks.
So you think spending on a girl?
Yeah.
Peasant guy.
You peasant guy. But again, at the same time, they really don't mind where it goes. If you don't want to go with them, if you don't go together home, cool, free alcohol for them. But if you go with them home, they also don't mind if you tap.
If you go down on it.
So now it's a thing. You're drunk, then you wake up, you find cash. They always offer to hit from the back. You're waking up, cash. It was you are accessing the wrong hole. And these things happen, but no one talks about them enough, because you're not going to say, hey, I was at the club, then how did this girl, then she was a boy, can't she? You know what I mean? And I feel this is what's happened with this Sodom blah 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 item as well. Because if you notice, no one was really talking about it until there was that woman. I think it all started with that one woman who sent a that voice note that circulated.
It was actually a video.
It was a video?
Yeah.
Where she was saying that her child was done this by an older boy, then this and that and that. Then now, apparently...
there was a certain woman, I saw the video.
By the foreigner.
No, not that one. That one was for 2 young girls. Now,
Not to the
Yo, this even for
not to the Amate.
no, not that one. There's this young, there's this certain young boy from a certain school. I've forgotten the name of the school, but the mother was kind of disappointed and called in some local newscasting. Yeah, they went to interview the boy, but they were not able to show the face. The boy explained everything. Yeah, the link is going to be put in the description down below. So for those who would like to watch it, the link is in the description.
You should be checking the links.
Yeah, check the link. It's very important.
Get educated.
These are facts. This is life.
yeah, but after one person spoke out, it's like now people just figure out, hey, this place will happen, this happened, hey, this happened, hey, this happened. And people are like, hey, why is this happening so fast? I think it's been happening. It's been happening. This is when people are talking about it.
Just shedding more light on it.
Yeah, but these things, they still come out. Talk to somebody.
Yeah.
It's hard. Who are you going to tell that you are raped by a man?
I don't know, the police.
For a guy, it's very difficult to open up to someone.
It's very hard.
But talk to someone, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you heard the previous episode, talk to someone.
Get help.
Before it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this month was, I don't want to say the gayest month, but it was the most sus month. Collecting notes was hard.
Yeah.
Before we switch stories, you saw Kennedy Mwene's photos.
Yeah. But the man cleared up everything on his social media. He apologized to the country.
Yeah. He said he was sorry for the photos that were circulating. It wasn't his intention to come off, like he switched sides.
Yeah.
And he was playing for the other side.
And sure, they said Dane again.
Yeah.
He wasn't touching boys off pitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was being professional.
He was being professional. The ball touching is left on the pitch.
Nowhere else.
Yeah, so that's what we call being professional. So be like Kennedy went.
Yeah.
Put people in a clear picture. Don't hide.
Okay.
Do you know what I also think is unprofessional? I think this is arguably the gayest episode we ever have. So on Peppa Pig,
let's not jinx it.
Yeah.
And get an even gayer man.
you saw on Peppa Pig. So there was this episode of Peppa Pig that aired, and there was a same-sex couple.
Peppa Pig, the same cartoon.
Peppa Pig. Right, guy. yeah, Peppa Pig. So now there was an episode that aired. Peppa had one of her friends, and when she went to Peppa's house, this girl said, "My mom's," and they showed them it was this lesbian pig couple. So
Yeah.
but I don't correct me. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I don't know what animal it was, but we'll say a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The show is based on pigs, though. You get it.
Yeah, so I don't know how you feel about that, but I find it a bit strange. I get this whole idea of there are different people who exist out there. There's a queer community. But I think it's a whole different story if you're shoving it down under kids' throats, Because already you can't watch something on TV. It's like, you can't watch any series these days, especially by Netflix. There's always something gay going on.
Yeah.
And I thought there was a line because those things are usually like PG-18, PG-16. I'm like, PG-13. I'm like, okay.
Now you have 3-year-olds having ideas of...
No, as in the whole
Doesn't
rating of the movie, it's going to be family.
Yeah.
Being suitable for even young kids.
For all age groups.
Yeah, for age groups.
So I don't know what idea they're trying to shove. I'm just against it, bro. Leave the kids out of it. Leave the kids out of that gay shit, honestly.
Yeah.
Just leave them out.
True, it's crazy. There's certain couples in the world which for example, let's say this couple has a daughter. Normally, due to the biological makeup, the organs, whatever, we will assume that that's a girl, right? But there's certain parents or couples who are taking things a step further to not assign a child a gender
And say
and say
they will choose.
with time as long as sankira che
Mwana sanki.
but mwana badala setka but some passation like that's really confusing. Why would you do that and not fill in a child with such information?
This whole non-binary thing confuses me, bro. I can't call you he, she all the time. It's very confusing. I can't call you, let me say, by your name all the time. I can't keep on putting nomad in every conversation that I'm having, you know? Like, nomads come to the podcast. Nomad's gone. Where's Nomad? Nomad is here, you know? I can just use he, her, but apparently that's problematic.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, there are thems and it's and I don't know, bro.
Someone to most, but don't interati.
They.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, let's move to another article, bro.
Yeah, it's mad.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot of crazy things that happened this month.
Yeah.
3 women of Quito were arrested by a police officer after they were caught having sex with a madman. Now, isn't that mad?
Then they say, you know how they got caught? They circulated the video.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a video actually.
Yeah, there was a video.
You never saw the video?
Nah.
I didn't see the video.
I saw it.
I saw it.
Oh, really?
It was.
No, it was nothing graphic or anything. Could just see this man lifelessly lying on the floor.
As in, was he drugged or something?
No, he's
mad.
But he was lifeless.
Oh no, he was just there.
He was in the roast. Like,
Oh, he was enjoying the whole thing because it's been a while.
Then this woman was posted on top of him. Then towards the end of this short clip, she's like, "Mana mwanza ni mwebo naomba."
Random ones, wherever you are. Bring yourself in the light.
Is there an article for this shit?
We can look for it.
niggas can capitalize. That's Campingula, a mad person.
Imagine
So this is a short clip about what we're talking about.
We have arrested police in Quito. We have arrested 3 women who enticed a mental patient to drink alcohol before engaging in sexual intercourse with him. It is alleged that the suspects filmed the act and later circulated the obscene material, which went viral on social media platforms. According to Copperbelt Police Commissioner Sharon Zulu, some members of the public reported the matter upon viewing the obscene material. The suspects have been identified as Tandiwe Piri, Kangwa Chembeya, and Mary Mugala of Mindolo Township. It is alleged that on 4th September this year, around 14 hours, the suspects were drinking beer at their house when they called a mental patient who they intoxicated before having sexual intercourse with. It is alleged that Kangwa Chembeya took a video of the act and later circulated on social media. Mental health activist David Katembo has advised families to take care of their relatives with mental health issues.
Let us take care of our...
Yeah. Link in the description box for the article and this video as well. Or for that audio, for you guys in the video.
Yeah.
So no one's safe.
It's mad. No one's safe. Like the Catholic priest that was murdered in Ndola outside his girlfriend's house.
Did you say priest?
This story made me jade.
Yeah.
Priest with a girlfriend.
There are so many questions that don't add up with this story. But apparently there was a Catholic priest, a man who swore celibacy, beaten to death outside his girlfriend's house.
But what did he do?
In Ndola.
What did he do?
Let me try to run through the article.
Was he attacked?
Yeah, he was attacked.
Yeah.
By known people, maybe unknown people.
I think unknown people. It might even be a hate crime. Like, why do you have
A girlfriend.
As a priest.
You stand in front of me in church and you have a girlfriend.
So it says, murdered Ndola priest last few hours with girlfriend. So murdered Ndola based priest Father Deodatus Kunda Mbembe spent his last few hours at the house of his girlfriend Justina Luchele, according to his close friend. Police and the Copperbelt have picked Father Lubebe's girlfriend, who is a nurse at Arthur Davis Hospital in Ndola. It was it is reported that Father Mbembe was killed around about 50 meters from Justina Luchele's house, who is believed to have been the girlfriend of the deceased in Pamozi in Ndola. So yeah, multiple witnesses say they found him lying in a blood of pool with multiple wounds. So he was beaten to death.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It's a very sad way to go, though.
Yeah. Safe.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. You'd hope let's hope he made it to the big city, even with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And him going back on his.
Let's go and see. Wait, that's the priest?
Yeah, that's the priest and that's the girlfriend. If you check the description, I'm sure you you see a good look of a good.
For those who would like to know them facially.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, this girl's kind of bad.
Bad.
I mean, for the way he's looking, I mean, he managed to pull one, you know? It's not bad, not a bad choice.
Wait, so when
City boys!
do priests confess?
Yeah, they do confess to someone who's higher than them.
Ah.
Yeah.
What if you're the Pope? Who do you confess?
God, of course.
No ideas.
Because you're the highest. You're the person they trust on earth to look over everyone concerning religion and stuff like that. Not religion to be specific, but
The
you know what I
Catholic.
mean. Yeah, the Catholics. So I'm sure they do confess to God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another mad thing that happened in Ndola was the man who was hiking from Lusaka to Ndola who was raped by 2 unknown women. So much going on. I don't what now cover and there's just so much activity with all this heat.
With this heat, you're staying active.
Guys, take it easy. So now this man was hiking. He was by Hero Stadium, hiking going to Ndola. So now there were 2 other women there. So when Alien pulls up, there's this man driving. The 3 people enter. The alien starts going to the copper belt. So now, according to the man, the women were sipping on Mbembe juice, whatever was in the Mbembe, but
Nobody can know.
Nobody can know. But apparently they offered him some. He had some of that Mbembe. Then the driver had to stop at some place because he wanted to get a few drinks. I don't know if it was at a bar or where he stopped at. Long story short, the man woke up in a room at a lodge. Woke up confused. He just got up, found his way to a road, hiked, made his way to Ndola. So now when he got home, a few days later, he receives a video in his inbox. And in that video, it is him indulging in the act with the 2 women that he was sipping the Mbembe with backseat.
He was unconscious in that video.
He was unconscious in that video.
But they made him hard.
Couldn't remember anything.
Yeah. But I'm sure there was something in the drink because from what I know, when you're sleeping as a man,
He was probably drunk.
Now
he was drunk.
Now what doesn't make sense with this story is, so they knew him.
No, actually, okay, from the article, just reading the article, what I can understand is the boy, or should I say the young man, they didn't know him. You know what, you're on a journey, you get to meet people.
Also, they got his details.
Yeah, they got his number. I'm sure,
they get what's your Facebook, what's your Insta.
And I'm sure he was asked for the number, obviously, or for some sort. That's why he received the video.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Being pain is hard right now.
He didn't know he was a cow being fed for slaughter.
We can't be moving up. We can't be moving anyhow.
I can't be moving anyhow. This pain.
I can't even go back to the copper building. You said you use hiking.
Which one?
Safe.
Huh?
You hike?
Yeah, I do hike sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
It's not safe. It's better I just use part 2 even though it's going to take me 8 hours. I would rather suffer the 8 hours.
We'll start moving in the dark because this looks in the light.
Hey.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2 more depressing news. you heard about that Yango driver who what word am I looking for?
Abducted.
He was abducted and they found him in the boot
Of his own car.
his own car.
Died.
Yeah.
Let me just read the article. This article says Yango driver attacked, locked in the boot of his vehicle. The Yango driver was this morning. This article is not from this morning, by the way. And by the time you hear this, it won't be this morning. A Yango driver was this morning found locked in the boot of his car after he was attacked by unknown people. It is believed that the unknown people booked the Yango driver around 01:30 hours from East Park Mall with a view to take them to Garden House. However, along the way, the driver was attacked and dumped in Chazanga Township, where he was discovered around 8 hours by members of the public. So he was he shouting?
Obviously.
His mouth was tied.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. So they just, you know what, but you just find the car parked and there's a scream sound coming from the bonnet. Definitely, there's something wrong with this guy. There's something which is in the bonnet which isn't supposed to be there.
Some eyewitnesses told Millennium Radio that they heard some loud noises coming from the abandoned vehicle as the driver was banging the boot of his car. Like he said.
Exactly.
Yeah, genius, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. It is believed that the unknown people went away with 2 mobile phones and money amounting to 600.
600.
Guys. 600 just... You've gotten the phone already, you've attacked him. Why can't you just let him go?
Like I 600 for him to buy a new phone.
You even put him in the boot.
So imagine,
I
this
mean,
from maybe...
It could have been worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so in this situation, if you think about it, so
I mean, they left him in his car.
His car was
But no, from they said they booked at 01:30, right? So meaning whatever activity would have happened at 2, I'm suspecting. I'm not the unknown people. How do you know these details? I'm suspecting. I'm suspecting it would have been at 2. So now they leave this man from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning. That's 6 hours, they're just tired. This heat again.
Exactly.
They might as well have wanted to kill him.
Yeah. So it was even like he came out.
But they...
Over 600.
Hey, but at least they didn't want to do, they did themselves.
I can't even say but I mean...
He's a lucky man. Can't think about it.
Did they mention his name?
I don't think they did.
No,
It just said
Yango driver.
And you know the funny thing with Yango, I was getting on this Yango was from seeing my friend at Unza. So I got on a Yango, shout out Florence. I got on a Yango, so now usually when I get on a Yango, this is what I do because I don't trust these niggas. When I book a Yango, I don't drop exactly at my house. I drop like maybe 5 houses away. Not a kilometer, that's far, but far away from my house. Because you don't know, maybe these niggas are mafia, they can come for you again. So now, after I get in the cab, I start conversating with this man. I wish I knew his name. This man is the best Yango driver in the world. That was my favorite trip. So yeah, we're just conversating with this dude. Then I open up to him. I'm like, you know what? You're going to deliver me to my house today. You're going to be the first Yango driver who takes me to my house. Then he's like, they asked me like, yo, why don't you allow people to go to your house? I'm like, I don't trust people. Because already I was telling him, like, I heard rumors that the verification for Yango drivers is ass. It's not really like strong.
Don't do like a screening, like a background check.
They don't do it.
As long as you have a car.
Yeah. Then now he was like, yeah, it's true. He was like, yeah, it's true. It's not like Orlando. He was also complaining. He was like, I doubt if this is even a Russian company that
like people claim.
Yeah, like people claim. Because he was like, becoming a Yango driver is easy and their background checks are weak. They're ass. If this is from Russia for real, then
Russia
he was disappointed. He sounded really disappointed. But when he told me that shit, I was also afraid because I was like, So what I'm telling you is that I'm afraid someone can be mafia.
And you're telling me it can be you.
So yeah,
it's like telling you, oh, you know your insecurities, they are possible.
They are possible. It's like not possible. But he said that so slick. I laughed.
You know what I've told you? When he says that, but the odds of two mafias being in the same car, it's very unlikely. So I doubt.
I should have told him that.
You're the one who told me that. And if you ever find yourself in a car with a serial killer, just tell him, what are the odds of two serial killers being in the same car at the same time, in the same country?
You ran away.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically he told me that, and yeah, I just wanted to say this as a caution.
Yeah, when booking cabs,
to whoever's listening this, the more you know.
So whenever you're booking a cab, make sure.
Yeah, especially at night.
Yeah.
Night younger movements. Be careful.
And also to the driver, if you're a driver listening to this, hey, you be careful with what.
Be strapped.
Again, there are also passengers who are going to attack you.
Yeah.
So
it's a two-way street.
Just be careful.
And like everything that's been happening in this month, everything that's been sexual. This is the one thing that we can say is not sexual.
Yeah.
But be safe.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Safety is important.
Yo, my head teacher in high school used to say, safety kulisungawe mwini.
Safety kulisungawe mwini.
Apply that.
Yeah. Do it. You live longer.
I'm scared.
Yeah. You know, it's a shame what happened to this younger driver. But I'm sure while he was locked in the trunk, one thing that he wished he could have done was run away. Which brings me
to a piece of shit. The way you connect these stories is malicious.
Which brings me to the next story. The runaway patient from UTH who died in a car accident.
I see the way he said it. The runaway patient who died in a car accident.
This is a game show.
This is a game show. Things about that people go.
A 33-year-old man of Lusaka who ran away from university teaching hospitals while he had been admitted for what doctors termed mysterious burns on his body has died after being hit by a vehicle near Intercity bus terminus. Raphael Mwape disappeared from UTH 3 weeks ago. After his relatives abandoned him at the hospital, Mwape is said to have been spending nights at Intercity bus terminus where he used to work as a callboy before he got sick. Apparently, this is not a shock to us. Our brother did a lot of damage and a lot of evil things to our family. After we heard that he had run away from hospital, we were all scared thinking that he would come home. Of course, we're not happy about his death, but let him rest in peace. The source alleged he killed his brother. God always has a way of punishing people who do bad to others. We are now free. He also wanted to kill and rape his sister.
Yeah.
Whoa,
This is how dark that became dark at the end.
That's mad though. So this guy got hit after running from the hospital.
Yeah. After discharging himself.
You know, he decided he can discharge himself.
Yeah, he was fit enough to continue his job at Intercity, which was more important than his life at the time.
Yeah, at the time. Yeah, that was.
Wait, do you think it was he managed to survive whatever took him to the hospital, and he survived that, and now he ended up being hit by a car because it was just time for him to die?
He survived whatever. He survived those burns, those mysterious burns. Mysterious burns. Then yeah, after being nursed at the hospital, he's like, you know what? I think I'm fit enough. But at the end of the day, again, I think there's something that he must have done. But it's more up.
Yeah.
Because how do you run away from a hospital? Bro, even if you don't have insurance, UTH.
Yeah.
He ran away. He must have done something. You must be afraid. Hey, I don't know what's happening behind the scene. Fuego was the one who killed him. Fuego was the one who killed him. Hey, Fuego must know something. Why is he saying this? I'm just guessing. There must be something that must have caused this man to not want to be comfortable in the hospital. Because people in the hospital want to help you. But if you decide you don't need their help, you want to go elsewhere, you must be running away from something.
Wait, so this man murdered his brother and wanted to rape his sister?
According to the source, yes.
According to the source.
Of which the link is going to be put in the
And the source still said he should rest in peace.
No, I think the source was spiteful.
They didn't mean
Did
that.
you see how he just said at the end? He was like, God's got a way of punishing.
but they want you to rest in peace.
I want you to rest, but you rest in God's hands. The only hand you'll be catching are God's hands.
Catch those hands.
You know who else caught hands this month?
Who caught hands this month?
3P caught hands. 3P caught hands.
Have you seen the clip?
I have.
The link will be in the description.
It will be in the description.
Okay, I've not seen someone slapped so hard.
And he fell.
So for
you
those
can show no at the
I will look for it after this. So for those that don't know who 3P is or what we're talking about, 3P is a member of Fauna 5. And he recently landed himself some hands from fellow Copper Belt based musician, Y Celeb, Super, Wemololo, Super Government. So the two have been beefing over
what?
The two have been beefing, really, sending each other jabs.
And 3P actually took it to an extreme level whereby he started walking around with a coffin with a picture of White Celeb on the top of the
Damn. So yeah, basically, there you go, Mr. Nomad. Mr. 3P got slapped the shit out of the shit
slapped out of him.
Yeah, it's a fiend. Yeah. That slap of the beats what? Chris Rock versus Will Smith, eh?
Yeah.
Beats it. Slap of the.
I just remembered something about Will Smith. There's this video I watched on IG where this man was saying, I don't like any Smith.
The one that was insulting his entire family, including the kids.
Wow.
For what reason?
For no reason.
No, it wasn't for no reason. It was because of the Chris Rock issue.
Oh.
Yeah. Fuck them weird ass kids.
This brings us to the end of today's episode, but before we end, there's some honorable mentions. Roger Ferrer, yes. Can't pronounce it. Yeah, Roger Ferrer retired from tennis. So
he did.
Yeah, so did Serena
Williams.
Two goats retired in 1 month.
Yeah. Shout out King Richard.
Hey, not Charles.
Charles. Please.
Shout out.
King Richard is the movie for Serena Williams.
Yeah, that's the dad.
Serena Williams is a movie. It's like a biopic. So yeah, technically, shout out King Richard.
Yeah, shout out King Richard.
Yeah, and shout out King Charles as well. Now, he was waiting for. Nah, I'm done with this dark joke. I was about to lay another one,
right.
But yeah.
How old is he? 72.
Allow it. Don't start. Let it go.
Remove it from your system.
It's just that the deck of cards is away from us. There's a certain dark joke I wanted to talk about, but
after the episode cuts.
Yeah. But I'm not going to get my visa. I'm going to.
Me, I'm not getting a visa in the US or
the UK.
The UK.
And we could all forget about Korea.
Korea, just forget about it. No one. Even Russia, mind you. No one is going there.
So yeah, what else? Biflo. It confuses me. Married.
Biflo got married.
It was in the weekend. I was like, how many weekends ago?
That's when I saw it because I wasn't on Facebook.
Yeah, like
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
okay, one weekend.
Yeah,
This September.
He got married on the September weekend. Yeah, to a very beautiful woman. Hey, that was nice choice. No more
Shout out to
Kawido.
B-Flow.
No more Kawido. What else? Yeah, bruh. The rest of this stuff, no free cloud for them. So yeah. So thank you to the guy from Nomad Studios, Mr. Nomad himself, for coming through. Thank you, Chisenga, for coming mid-episode again. What's it? It's going to be a tradition now. Why it just comes.
Don't tell him that. He will start chanting. But yeah, I think we're glad you could make it.
Glad we could be here, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, any shout outs? What you guys?
Hey, what do you have going on, bro?
Yeah.
What do you have going on?
What I have going on? Well, mostly it's just work with the studio, really. If you haven't checked out the Instagram page, you should do so. Nomad Studio 7. We've set up some extensions for photography, graphics designing. We've got so much that's coming your way. So watch the space, see what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Mr. Chisenga, do you have anything going on, or maybe you just want to shout out?
No, I don't have any shout out. I'm calm today. Just want to. Yeah, I'm just feeling myself today.
Shout out yourself.
Shout out to myself for working hard and not being depressed. Yeah.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
And shout out to you guys, in fact.
Thank you,
Thank
bro.
you for having me on the podcast.
Love,
I
bro.
appreciate it.
Bliss.
Also, shout out to Mulenga, the creator. You can also check him out on Instagram. He's got an art show that's going to be running until the 1st of October. Amazing photographer.
When's it starting?
It started yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so be sure to go to his page, see what he has going on. Yeah.
Oh, I think
What's the item?
We'll put a link in the description.
Alright, we'll put a link. Yeah. Maybe if you're lucky, you might catch.
Catch it in the last day.
You might catch it in the last day.
Or last 2 days.
Or maybe you might catch me as well there. Which I highly doubt, because you don't know what I look like.
Exactly.
But if you do know, you still won't catch me. I mean,
And you still won't catch me because I'm not going.
But anyway, yeah, shout out Uncle Mwaba Town. Shout out to the boy Crawford. Shout out Paul. Shout out to the guys at Kids and Kicks. Shout out Lumpa, Zoji, Trio Gang.
To Christopher, Bocha, Boch Stores.
Shout out CB, South Chris Bocha.
Shout out TZ.
Shout out TZ. Shout out Field.
La Chupa Cabra.
Yeah.
Cabra.
And shout out D-Chanda, yo. D-Chanda lives.
Another one bites the dust. Shout out Mr. D.
Push it.
Yeah. Shout out D as well. Yeah. XOXO Vakamba.
Is that it?
You don't want to say shout out to anyone?
Shout out to the Messiah.
Upstairs, man.
Yeah. And I don't mean all these counterfeit Jesus says, I mean the OG, the one from
not Mel Gibson. Not that one is found in Baba shops with the sheep with a peace sign. Yeah. And shout out.
And last but not least, shout out Dante Still.
I've been flying, living in space, baby. I live in space, baby. I got dreams, baby. Want a couple rose put on my city, baby. Contemplating, I've been scheming lately. I've been flying, living in space, baby. I miss in space, baby.
I've been stuck on hella dreams, got me tripping and I'm faded. feet of shorty on my phone. Hope she get the message. Wanna ask if you are home, cause I'm lonely and I'm wasted. Better pick my call or I'll leave you for the best that got me. Tripping in my dreams. Wanna cup a spider for the missus. Wanna cup some acres we can grow. Nature wanted all the stars, always sleep on dream. Tell me about your day while I tell you about mine. Baby girl, you know we do it 100 like the gang. If I'm with blood, you know I'ma hold it down for real till the end. Yeah, you know who don't that is. Now let me put that money on repeat, yeah.